Good morning. Welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living, North Metro. I'm Reverend Torphy.
I'm Reverend Valerie Torphy.
I'm Sheila Fossen.
I'm Greg Fossen. We're helping to produce the broadcast.
Good morning. I'm Dr. Ernestine Garcia. I'll be doing the readings today.
I'm Jake Fernandez.
I'm Barbara Heinzelman. I got some music going on along with
Salo Stanley.
Yay!
Good to see you guys.
So we open this up a little.
So I just invite everybody to take a deep breath. And just take that time to center into that still place. That place where God dwells, each one of us. That place where we recognize that there is only that one power, that one presence, that one life. That is present in each and every one of us and in everything we see and do and touch and in everything everywhere. And so I know that that presence and that power is present right here as this service unfolds in ease and grace and effortlessness with perfect communications and perfect cameras and microphones and speakers, and that everybody can see and hear and just be present with the divine with us this day. And so it is.
So it is.
So it is.
Why don't we get started with a little music? Well, a lot of music.
Yeah.
Well, I woke up this morning and with my mind, and it was stayed on spirit and freedom and love and growing in truth.
Yeah.
I woke up this morning with my mind, and it was stayed on spirit. I woke up this morning with my mind, and it was stayed on spirit. I woke up this morning with my mind, and it was stayed on spirit. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. I woke up this morning with my mind, and it was stayed on freedom. I woke up this morning with my mind, and it was stayed on freedom. I woke up this morning with my mind, and it was stayed on freedom. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Love everybody with your mind. morning with my mind, and it was stayed on freedom. I woke up this morning with my mind, and it was stayed on freedom. I woke up this morning with my mind, and it was stayed on freedom. Hallelujah, hallelujah,
Right. Once again, you knock it out of the park.
That was awesome.
Thank you. Thank you. We're going to take
Thank
care of some business and we'll be back shortly for some more music.
You got it.
Right.
So like us and check in on Facebook at CSL North Metro. Go check out our website, cslnorthmetro.org. You can go to contact us to add yourself to the email list so that you know what's going on and you get the links for the service. You can request a prayer that we pray on all week. And the affirmations and the prayer that Stephan writes weekly are out there as well. And it's a new month and there's a new blog from Michael.
I used the same title for the blog as I did for this talk because I wrote the blog. And then later on when I started thinking about what I was going to talk about, I just felt I should take it further than what the blog said. So the title for both the blog and today's talk is the same thing.
But it's not the same content.
No,
Yes.
I just had to take it a little further,
So
another direction.
if you shop on Amazon, be sure to go to Amazon Smile or smile.amazon.com. And if you aren't supporting another nonprofit organization, please do select Center for Spiritual Living North Metro, because then when you shop, we get paid. So today's title is Out of the Box and Free. You've already met our amazing guest artists, Barb and Salo Stanley. And today's reading is from The Power of Awareness by Neville. And I think that's it for me.
So there she is, Dr. Ernestine.
Hello, everyone.
Hi.
I get to read the affirmations for the week of, well, I guess they're not going to come up. Okay, there they are. Affirmations for the week of July 3rd, 2022 by Stephan Anthony. Please repeat after me. Every aspect of my life is God expressing itself fully.
Every aspect of my life is God expressing itself fully.
My relationship with the world around me begins with loving myself.
My relationship with the world around me begins with loving myself.
I use my life to reveal God's compassion and grace.
I use my life to reveal God's compassion and grace.
I take in tranquility, love, and clarity with my every breath.
I take in tranquility, love, and clarity with my every breath.
There is a spark of the divine within my heart that grows and flourishes in all that I do.
There is a spark of the divine within my heart that grows and flourishes in all that I do.
I embrace the innate and natural perfection of my existence here and now.
I embrace the innate and natural perfection of my existence here and now.
And together we say,
And
so
so
it is. Okay, now as Reverend Valerie stated, the reading is from The Power of Awareness by Neville. The drama of life is a psychological one in which all the conditions, circumstances, and events of your life are brought to pass by your assumptions. Since your life is determined by your assumptions, you are forced to recognize the fact that you are either a slave to your assumptions or their master. To become the master of your assumptions is the key to undreamed of freedom and happiness. You can attain this mastery by deliberate conscious control of your imagination. You determine your assumptions in this way. Form a mental image, a picture of the state desired, of the person you want to be. Concentrate your attention upon the feeling that you are already that person. First, visualize the picture in your consciousness, then feel yourself to be in that state as though it actually formed your surrounding world. By your imagination, that which was a mere mental image is changed into a seemingly solid reality. And together we say, and so it is.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That really brings forth something that we need to remember, because we are the creators of our own existence. And we're doing a lot of creating today. Thank you, everything. Ready for some more Barb and Salo?
I
I am.
Yes.
I am.
Woo! Well, Salo and I, we love the title of today, Freedom.
Yeah.
And this song goes out to the Little Rock Nine, a song by McCartney and Lennon, a song about freedom. And as I've gotten older, the more it means to me.
Mhm.
So here is Blackbird. Blackbird sing in the dead of night. Take these broken wings and learn to fly all your life. You were only waiting for this moment to arise. Blackbird fly. Blackbird fly into the light of a dark black night. Blackbird sing in the dead of night. Take these sunken eyes and learn to see all your life. You were only waiting for this moment to be free. Blackbird fly. Blackbird fly into the light of a dark black night. Blackbird sing in the dead of night. Take these broken wings and learn to fly all your life. You were only waiting for this moment to rise. You were only waiting for this moment to rise. You were only waiting for this moment to rise.
Yeah.
Thank you, Lord.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's when I was a young person and this song came out, I had no idea what it really meant, and the depth of expression of the song is really apropos now, so much so.
Most definitely. Ever since Paul McCartney explains his his reasoning behind the song is like, oh, this reaches a whole new level.
You want to tell a little bit what?
Yeah.
What you think?
When the Beatles came over to the United States, one of the things that they told all the producers and everybody is like, we will not play in front of segregated audiences. And one of the things that drew them inspiration was the Little Rock Nine, one of the landmark cases of desegregating schools, that, separate was not necessarily equal.
Yeah.
And so Paul McCartney wrote the song in honor of the Little Rock Nine, the 9 young Black people that integrated Little Rock's schools in the high school.
Yeah.
And then when they had the
Oh, when they-
concert in Florida, which was in the South.
In the South, they said, we will not sing in front of segregated audiences. Everybody sits together or we don't play. So in Ron Howard's documentary, they interviewed a young lady who was who now is an adult, well into adulthood, who went there, and she was a little nervous sitting with all these white people. But once the music started, everybody was having a good time.
Yeah.
It didn't matter about the color of your skin or, whatever. They were there to listen to the Beatles.
Yes. And it's a good time to remember this, being that we're celebrating our independence
Yes.
coming tomorrow. It's more than firecrackers and barbecues. It's much
Exactly.
bigger than that. So thank you. Thank you for bringing that forth.
Thank you.
So as I reminded everybody, well, I didn't have to remind everybody because I'm sure everybody knows tomorrow's the 4th of July, the signing of the Declaration of Independence. And it's known as the Great American Experiment. And unfortunately, the experiment has 2 sides of it. The side that works for a certain amount of people, the side that doesn't. And we get to look at our involvement, our part in that. Maybe in this moment you can declare your independence from anything within you that is keeping you to be your full self. That personal journey, that place within you that may be still boxed in, and you're aware that something isn't free, but you may not be that clear about what it is. I have this, I'm gonna let you read it from me. This is a 19th century psychologist by the name of Rollo May, and here's how he defines freedom.
Freedom is a readiness to grow, to take a hand in our own development. The less aware a person is, the more he or she is unfree. As a person gains more consciousness of the self, the range of choice and his or her freedom proportionately increases. And freedom is cumulative. Once choices made with an element of freedom makes even greater freedom possible for the next choice. Each exercise of freedom enlarges the circle of oneself. Is this part of it?
Yeah.
I didn't think so.
So today, or tomorrow, when there's celebration all around going on, we have a chance to look at the big picture, and we also have the chance to look at what's going on within ourselves. Rollo May said that it's all about self-awareness, and I am happy to say that I'm speaking with people who all have declared some sort of freedom and have overcome certain amount of boxes. But we can never be totally free unless there are no boxes left to be inside ourselves, because it's the boxes that keeps us from being free. It's those things that we call blocks that keeps us from moving forward and expressing ourselves fully. So it's good news that we come this far through studying the science of mind and spirit and doing the work that it takes to become fuller of who and what we are. Here's a good thing to practice. In your meditation, take this question and allow it just to sink in. And try it a few times until something takes place. So you turn within and you ask this question: where am I blocked? Where am I blocked? It's a simple 4-word question. Is it 4 words?
I don't know. It doesn't
Where
matter.
am I blocked? Yeah, 4 words. As a little math in here. And just be with it until something's revealed to you. And that's where you get to be honest with you, because we're all, if there was a Jesus here, then we would probably know a person that is totally unblocked. If there was a Buddha here, we probably know a person that's totally unblocked. So there's places where we all can find and declare our independence and step into whatever's blocking you and take it even further. So once you get this clarity of what's keeping you from fulfilling your full self, that spirit of God that dwells within you, then you can ask the following question. Take it back into your meditation. What is it that's mine to do to unblock? What is it that's mine to do to unblock? And just be with it, because eventually you'll be guided and you'll know what to do. And if you're honest with yourself, you'll know the steps to take. And notice it's not an end to the means. It's just a step in the spiritual direction of your highest and most divine self. So we're doing this within to unblock, to be free. But what does that have to do with the Declaration of Independence? What does that have to do with the Great American Experiment? Well, I'll tell you. What it has to do is that think of yourself in the terms of the 100 monkey theory. Have you heard of the 100 monkey theory? Why don't you tell me what the 100 monkey theory is, Valerie?
So I'm pretty sure, Kim, if I'm wrong, correct me, that monkeys started using, they started washing their food in the ocean.
Mm-hmm.
And so they discovered as watching the monkeys and tracking it, that once 100 monkeys were doing that, monkeys everywhere were washing their food, not just on that island, not just in that place, but everywhere. And so that consciousness of one monkey learning a new thing, and then a few following and doing it, and then getting to 100, just send it out into the awareness and the consciousness, and all monkeys started doing that.
And it's interesting because if you watch little babies with a cell phone or with a laptop, they just instinctively know to take that and just push buttons.
Tell about we're on the airplane, sitting behind a little baby in front of us, toddler maybe less, one, maybe.
Yeah, maybe at the most.
And so she's looking at the screen on the back of the seat, going like this on it.
Trying to change the screen to look at something different.
Just cracked us up that just so early they've got that. This is how you got what you want right on that screen.
So it's, in my mind, it's an indication of the 100 monkey theory, because computers, in the essence of all creation, from the beginning of this earth to now, there's these breakthroughs that have changed our lives. And when you compare the amount of time from the beginning of the earth to now, then what I find is that it's gone by so fast, this whole computer thing. And we can do the same thing in consciousness by practicing unblocking things within ourselves, whatever it is. And just imagine as you're doing this, that what if you're the 100th one to do it? What if you're the one where the change comes through? So instead of just fighting everything that's going on in the world and having fear from it or having angry thoughts or whatever, work on your blocks, because all of us can be the 100th, the person that changes the momentum of where we're going on this planet. So if you think there's nothing you can do, know that you can be the 100th, or even contribute into that direction of, and it's probably bigger than 100 if we're talking the worldwide change, but it's still important, the work that you do, to be the part of what is going to be the change. And what I know about changes, before the good comes through, everything unlike it shows up. So that's another important factor to remember, that you may not think you're doing enough by changing, by growing and expanding your self-awareness, but you truly are, because the more individuals that we can get wanting to grow spiritually, to expand spiritually, the higher the chance of making the changes that we want to see.
Well, and I think that what's happening in our country is just really coming to the surface. People haven't really changed their minds about things for the most part. I mean, some people do and some people grow and a lot of people don't. But we're so much more aware, especially with things that are happening in the Supreme Court and other things, of that difference in the society of what people think other people should be doing. And I read an article the other day that said 2/3, and I could have that kind of wrong, of the American public doesn't agree with what the Supreme Court's doing. 2/3 doesn't agree.
60%.
And still they're making these things, and all this awareness is coming up of places where we need to grow and places where we need to change and what we're going to do about it, and the work's within. So when I saw this title, I saw a big cardboard box, and I think probably each one of our boxes is a different size depending on how long we've been working on it and how many boxes we've opened up and how many there are left. But I see it as a box of conditions, things that we've convinced ourselves are true, like expectations of others, like expectations of ourselves, like the things we claim that we're good at and the things that we claim that we're not good at, like what I should be doing to be okay. And a few of mine that I just carry along with me and I just keep chipping at, and I keep opening the box and I keep tearing the corners, or that I have to do everything, and that I have to work all the time, and that I have to be perfect. And I'm aware of them. And I'm aware, sometimes mostly, when I'm doing that. And I'm aware of the dis-ease I experience when I'm believing that stuff. Now, I probably didn't used to be aware of the dis-ease, so that's probably a really good thing that now I'm aware, oh, I have a choice. Oh, it's another thing I can do. So it's also a box of a compilation of all of our thoughts. So it's all the positive thoughts we have about ourselves and others, and all the negative thoughts we have about ourselves and others, and it all gets stuffed down in there. And so as we begin to open that box and recognize the absolute truth of our being, which is our oneness with God, and I just continue to read that this thing that we think is reality is really not so real at all. It's really an experience that we're having, but I remember learning in ministerial school that, well, one of the things we talked about is there a forest if someone's not looking at it? Is there a forest if someone's not seeing it? And the answer was kind of like, not so much, that it has to be viewed to be real. And so I'm trying to remember the teacher's name. I'll think of it in a minute. And he talked about how it's all of our thoughts that have created all of this, and that it's not nearly as solid and real as we think it is. And I read that over and over and over, that this is just kind of a thing we agreed together to recognize that we have real bodies and we have these strong structures and things can't be changed. And everything that we have and everything that we are is created in our mind and in our understanding of our awareness of oneness with each other. And so we have all made a choice to come into this forum to learn the things we're here to learn. And then I think sometimes we get here and we get kind of mesmerized with all the pretty things. And we forget, oh yeah, I came here to work on this stuff. And so because we get a little mesmerized, then things that we might not choose to happen come up, because those are the things we're here to experience. And even with the things that are going on, I read the article in Science of Mind magazine. I can't remember if it's the July issue or the June issue, where our board president, David Alexander, was talking about, regardless of the things going on in the world, the place where we focus on making the changes within, the place where we do the work that needs to be done to create the change for everyone, comes from within.
Mm-hmm.
So thinking that we're going to change someone else's mind, and sometimes that happens, I'm not saying it doesn't, but when there's a collective consciousness, the biggest thing that we can do to help elevate it is look at our stuff, get rid of our stuff, and get clear and recognize the truth of our being within us, and do what you talked about, getting rid of the blocks, like one at a time. So we open the box and we see all of our stuff, and we get to choose whether we keep it, but I kind of like that one, I think I'll leave it here a little while, or we get to throw it out. And I had, I don't know if it was a dream or a vision. I was probably in my 40s when I started really making changes and quit just doing everything everybody expected of me all of the time, and it wasn't making me very happy to do that. And I started, my first book was Shakti Gawain, and then the next one was Deepak Chopra, and then the next one, and then the next one, and the next one, and I started not being, especially who my mother and my husband at the time wanted me to be. And I had this vision of me being inside this big cardboard box and working at getting out, and both of them, because it really wasn't working for them, these changes that I was making were holding on to the top of it. And I think the world does that to us. I don't think it's just like our past relationships. I think the world does that to us. It's like, wait, don't get out of the box. That might really be a scary thing if you get out of the box and you learn a different way to be, because these are the rules that we think we've all agreed. And they aren't. They're just the ones we've been pretending work.
Mm-hmm.
So
if you're frustrated by what's going on in the world, because it seems like we've come so far, we've found freedoms for so many people, breakthroughs in so many ways. And yet, here we are. We have those individuals that want to bring us back into a Neanderthalic existence and do away with all the freedoms that we've gained. And again, it's an indication that something large is happening. It's an indication that is revealing what we need to look at and what our part is. And the blocks may be relevant to what's taking place now. So it's important that you release those blocks, because it's what's going to change the world. Be the 100th monkey. Know that you're so needed in this time and space, and the work you're doing is so important. And you are here to declare your highest way of being and allowing the world, through everybody you're connected with, through your friends, through your family, through those that challenge you, allow them to see what has happened to you, because in seeing that, you will change other lives. Mm-hmm. It's a chain of good.
It is. And we won't necessarily know all of the people whose lives have changed because of the things that we've done.
Right.
And we won't know the people that they have reached because of the things. We got a phone call from someone we hadn't heard from in for years and years and years that, it's just really nice when somebody reaches out and it's like, this teaching changed my life and you brought it to me and I'm so grateful for that. And I just want to reach out and touch you today.
Yeah.
And so that was just a really good reminder for me that we don't always know all of the good that has come because we have touched someone else. And I know every single one of us does that. I know that in our learning to grow and become more and reach out and in our groups and in our relationships and then we just touch people in such a different way that we help change their lives. I remember the guy that came running up to you when we were out walking. It's been a long time ago. He's like, Reverend Michael, I thought that was you. I just want to tell you how much you've changed my life. And we don't hear that all of the time, but it's happening and it's true. So it's really important that we not get discouraged and that we continue to hold that awareness and hold that consciousness and hold that good, because everything happens through thought. So the bigger that we make our gratitude and the bigger that we make the thought that everyone has the opportunity to be free, the bigger that it gets.
Yes. And there's no end to it. So in this count from 1 to 100, it's just as important to be 59 as it is to be 100. Mm-hmm. So know the work you're doing is important, and that's the highest and best thing you can do for what's going on in the world. Because if you stay in that state of, I am here to be the change I want to see, then you won't have to do anything, but things will be given you that you know what you can do. Mm-hmm. That's it. Go ahead. No, go ahead.
And I know you've all heard this before, but Ernest Holmes teaches 61%. Mm-hmm. Is it 51? 51%. Just get your thoughts at 51% positive and you'll start seeing that change. 51%. We can all do 51%.
So work on whatever it is you work on, and be honest with yourself and continue to awaken to your next highest self, because it's like an onion. You're just peeling off all this junk to get to the taste of absolute freedom and absolute joy and purpose. So thank you. Thank you.
So I just invite you to close your eyes again. Take a deep breath. Now as you're breathing in, breathe in love and peace and joy and harmony. And breathe out everything that might be troubling you and everything that might be concerning you. When all your to-dos and breathe it all out. Just breathe in one more time and recognize that God is breathing our breath and beating our hearts. And that the very essence of our being is that one divine intelligence. that knows all things and creates all things and is eternal. And as we know that we are one with that one power and that one presence and that one divine intelligence, we are one with all that is. That there is no separation. That in truth, in our essence, there is no separation. We are all one with the one power and the one presence. And so I know for each one of us, as we focus on that which we need to release, I know it goes away easily and effortlessly. And as we focus on love and peace and truth and divine relationships and health and beauty and purpose, that we do so in an absolute positive way, and that we find a way to release our thoughts and anxieties about that which someone else is doing or thinking or being. Because right where we are, we have the power to create the world we want to see. And so I just invite each one of us to just focus on that oneness, that allness, that isness, that absolute perfection of God in, as, and through our lives. And so I'm just so grateful. And I pass this word to Reverend Michael.
Thank you. And together, let's make a declaration of independence for ourselves by knowing that the only one that can free us is ourselves.
Yes.
And that as we move inward, we find the things that we need to release, and it's clear, and we release it with ease and grace. And then there's another opening. And then as we continue to free ourselves from anything that hinders us from moving forward on our glorious path to the highest possibility of who and what we are, everything changes around us. People are uplifted. Good things are attracted to us. The goodness of God reveals everything we need to know to move forward in our purpose.
Yes.
Everything is unfolding perfectly. So this moment, right here, right now, I declare for each one of us that this is the beginning of our independence, that this is the beginning of releasing everything that keeps us from being our full self. This is the moment that it starts and it continues to unfold, glory after glory.
Yes.
And so I'm so very grateful to know this truth, to know that everything that's been declared in the law is now fulfilling itself in each one of our experiences, uniquely for us. And with this sense of absolute gratitude and joy, I release this word into the love and into the law. And together we say, and so it is.
Amen. Ashe. Aho. Amen. Is there anybody I missed? And woohoo!
You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God. You are the face of God. I hold you in my heart. You are a part of me. You are the face of God.
Yeah.
Yay. That's beautiful. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yes. We'll take care of some business and we'll be back for your final song.
You
I
got
can
it.
play-
We'll be here.
Okay, thank you. So, what was I going to say? I just want to have us all open up to the place within us that knows the sacredness of giving. And every week we're asking you to contribute to this ministry that we do. And I know it's more than that. It's more than just asking for manna from heaven. It's calling forth something within you that wants to be acknowledged and thanked for your generosity, for knowing that there is no end to the good that can come to you, that you're provided with everything you need, as you need it, when you need it, on time and in time. So we know that we're divinely supported, and we're thankful for your givingness and supporting this ministry. And in doing that, we're all saying yes to the change in the world that we want to see. And so, yes, we sustain ourselves through your generosity, but we also step into a higher way of being, knowing that money isn't anything in itself. It's just energy going out, energy coming in. And we thank you for being part of the energy with us. As you give, we give back to you. So I just wanted to say that. So in considering your giving, know this as we declare the truth for these gifts that we give. Shine your light at the, oh, yes, yes.
So the little QR code for Venmo will be coming up soon. So if you use Venmo, you can donate that way. Also, the easiest way to donate is to go to our website, cslnorthmetro.org. There's PayPal out there, and there's another way to give out there. You give one time, you can give a regular amount. And we also take checks and cash. And so our address is on the website in case you need to look it up, because some people use checks. And so we appreciate it.
So now put your palms up and aim it towards wherever you're watching, towards that screen, and know that it's just energy. And that energy moves towards us and goes back and forth.
Yes.
The eternal circle. So repeat after me. Thank you, dear Spirit.
Thank you,
Thank you,
dear
dear
Spirit.
Spirit.
Thanks for this opportunity to give from my heart.
Thanks for this opportunity to give from my heart.
I accept the rewards of giving,
I accept the rewards of giving,
knowing that the giving comes back multiplied.
knowing that the giving comes back multiplied.
For this and so much
For
more,
this and so much more,
I'm eternally grateful.
I'm eternally
And
grateful.
together we say,
And together we say,
and so it
and
is.
so it is. Yay.
Barb and Salo.
Yes.
Here
So I
we
just
are.
wanna Thank you, the two of you. We had, who was scheduled? Paul was scheduled, and he's having tooth thing, so he couldn't sing. And I contact Barb and Stella, and they're just yes every single time.
Yes.
Yes.
So the good news is we'll get to see him twice this month.
Yay.
Thank you for stepping in and being the music for the.
Oh, it is our pleasure. We are just so grateful to sing and play music, and because we love to do it,
Yeah,
and we love to hang out with you guys.
Yeah, we love it.
So do what you do so beautifully.
All right. Here's another one of those memory songs. Whenever I hear it, I always think of Peter, Paul, and Mary on the mall in Washington with Martin Luther King's march. If I had a hammer, because when you're free, you can do all of these things, and you can ring your bell and sing your song and go for it.
Yeah.
So here is If I Had a Hammer by Pete Seeger, but known by Peter, Paul, and Mary. If I had a hammer, I'd hammer in the morning, I'd hammer in the evening, all over this land. I'd hammer out danger, I'd hammer out warning, I'd hammer out the love between my brothers and my sisters, all over this land. If I had a bell, I'd ring it in the morning, I'd ring it in the evening, all over this land. I'd ring out danger, I'd ring out warning, I'd ring out the love between my brothers and my sisters, all over this land. If I had a song, I'd sing it in the morning, I'd sing it in the evening, all over this land. I'd sing out danger, I'd sing out warning, I'd sing out the love between my brothers and my sisters, all over this land. Well, I've got a hammer, and I've got a bell, and I've got a song to sing all over this land. It's the bell of justice, it's the bell of freedom, it's a song about love between my brothers and my sisters, all over this land.
Good one, Barb and Salo. Great.
I love it. And the crowd roars on.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Come join us, Kim. Come scoot in here with us. Some people can
Yay!
come join us.
All right.
Probably easier that way.
Yay!
Hi, Kim.
Yay.
How you doing? Good to see you.
Guys.
Now it's
Welcome.
a full party.
Yeah.
We were all singing in the background. I almost
We
added
were.
us all so that we could sing with you. But
Yeah.
It's good to know that we are the hammer.
Oh, yeah.
Right
And the
on.
song.
And the
Yeah.
song and the bell.
Yes,
And
right.
bell
Ding.
for ringing.
Mhm.
So, any last words?
Oh, last words. That sounds really.
Believe in yourself and be who you are. Be
Yeah.
that free person that you
Yeah.
are. That's why I wore this T-shirt. It says "Believe in yourself, no matter who you are, even if you're an alien."
There you go.
Yeah, thank Yeah, you. I saw the alien and I saw the believe, but I couldn't see the rest. So
Yeah.
Believe in yourself.
Believe in yourself. That's right.
Great.
And break out of your boxes.
Message on a t-shirt, how great.
Mhm. Yeah. All right. Well, so we invite you to join us on Zoom. There's a link on the screen that you can use. It's also on our website if you have trouble catching that on the screen. Also, I've been having trouble getting on because it keeps saying wait for the host to let you in.
Mhm.
And so if you have a little bit of trouble getting in, just be patient for a couple of minutes and try again, because I eventually get on. I just don't know what's going on with all of a sudden it's decided I'm not the host.
Yeah.
The hostess with the mostess. I mean,
Yes.
what's the problem there?
So,
All right.
So that's it for
So,
our prayer.
yes. So join me by closing your eyes once again and making contact within, which touches and unites us all together. And recognize right where you are, everything that you need is provided for. That your purpose is magnificent, and that you fulfill it by being who you are totally. And that this coming week, you're guided and directed for what it is that you get to understand, what it is that you get to do. And as you take that step, and each step after that, you're uplifted, not only yourself, but everyone on this planet. So I give thanks for this time shared. I give thanks knowing that we all go into the week ready for it, positive, powerful, and patient. For this and so much more, I say thank you and let it be. And so it is.
And so it
So it is.
So it is.
Be the 100th monkey.
Yeah.
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 Be that monkey.
Bye, everybody.
Happy 4th of July.
Yeah, have a great day and a safe one.
Yeah.